years, there's been an event in Talbot County that allows folks to let off a little steam.
Welcome to the Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Festival. 60 acres dedicated to preserving the modern marvels of 19th and 20th century agricultural equipment and all-around farm life. For 4 days every summer, you can find everything and anything.
And that's what's left.
From garden tractors to steam tractors and steam-driven tools. From work horses to horsepower, American classics of all shapes and sizes.
1938. It was my grandfather's. It wasn't sentimental to him, but it has become sentimental to me.
It's just that feeling that brought a few folks together back in 1973 to preserve Eastern Shore's farming history.
When we started, I don't think any of us had an idea of how big it was going to get.
Tom Booz was one of 50-plus volunteers that started it all.
There were families here that had family-owned steam engines from the beginning, and everybody get together and start collecting others just to preserve the Eastern Shore and really other areas. And we're tickled to death. We've had generations come here, not just members, but just visitors. Their parents came, they came, now their kids are coming, and so it's very, very rewarding, it really is.
Today, they have over 12 buildings housing thousands of engines, machinery, tools, and collectibles.
Wow, this is Thingamajig heaven. This is a farm dog-powered butter churn. The dog would walk here on the treadmill. Here we have our belt, and then the butter churn was here. I mean, in the early days, no one had it easy on the farm.
You walk in here and it's happiness.
Andy Cook is Tuckahoe's president and helped get the Rural Life Museum started.
So cool.
I mean, there's so much that you can see. People really enjoy coming in to look at something. Oh, I remember that. I remember my grandmother had one of those, and we even have a shoemaker shop that we added a few years ago. And it's just like so much that people can enjoy. Some were donated outright. It just kept adding and adding and adding.
All right. I think this is the perfect time for a thingamajig. Here's a hint. It's electric. As usual, stay tuned and we'll have the answer at the end of the show. But right now, I've got work to do.
What I like about this place is that the evolution of Maryland agriculture is on display. Take grain harvesting. Farmers harvested by hand for thousands of years. Then the thresher was invented. Add a little horsepower, and bam, increased crop yield.
This is true horsepower.
Real
For
horsepower.
people, you know, who are like,
Yeah.
oh, well, something's horsepower.
Yeah.
Like, this is where it came from, right?
So we've got 5 horses hooked to a horse sweep, we call it. That machine was built probably right after the Civil War.
Eric Harvey is a Tuckahoe volunteer. His father was a founding member. And when he's not driving his 1923 Model TT Ford, he's cutting shingles. Or like today, stepping me through threshing history.
Prior to this machine, which is an automatic machine, the farmer and all of his help would have had to use this piece. This is a flail. They would have had to hold on to the handle and swing it.
Let me get out of the way here.
Yeah, and swing it at the sheath of wheat.
Wow.
The wheat sheath that we were handling would have had to been smacked on the ground in the barn to beat the chaff out of the head. All hand power.
Now, okay, so what we just did there, how long would that have taken with a flail?
Oh, an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
And we were there for what, like 5 minutes?
We were here about 5 minutes. About 10 seconds worth of work in a modern combine. That was it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, what a time saver.
Soon, steam engines replaced horses at harvest, dropping the harvest time of an acre of grain from 23 hours in 1850 to just 8 hours in 1900.
Whew. It's amazing how technology has changed farming over the years. But one thing remains the same. Farming is hard work.
But thanks to the countless volunteers with the Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Association, Marylanders have a place to experience the evolution of the farm and technologies that not only built the Eastern Shore, but our nation.
Well, my time here is up, but I am rolling out in style. When you come, be sure to stick around for the bands, the chicken dinner, and the parade. Let's roll, Butch. In 2011, the Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Association received the Talbot County Historical Society's prestigious Heritage Award in recognition to their commitment to preserving Talbot County's heritage. And did you know, the very first steam-powered farm tractor was purportedly built in 1860 by Henry G. Stone. It was called the Iron Monster, and although it ran, it proved impractical for farm use.
Thanks for watching Maryland Farm and Harvest. We hope you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. To learn more about our show and watch full episodes, check out mpt.org/farm or just click the link in the description.